In this video, we're going to cover the imperfect subjunctive. To form the imperfect subjunctive for both the active and passive voice, all you need to do is take the present active infinitive, which is your second principal part, so like amare, tocere, capere, and so forth, and then all you need to do is add your regular verb endings, your m, s, t, mus, tis, nt for the active, and your r, ris, tur, mur, mini, and ntur for the passive. Here's a chart of some examples of the imperfect subjunctive. Notice for Porto, I just take the second principal part, which is the present active infinitive, and just put on my ending. So portarem, portares, and so forth. All the other conjugations will follow that exact same pattern. In passive, you just take off the active endings and put in the passive endings. So portarer, and then portareris, portaratur, portarmer, and so forth. All the other conjugations will follow that same pattern. Infinitive plus endings. The irregular verbs sum and possum are no different. All you do is you take the present active infinitive, which is also the second principal part, esse, and you add the endings. So sm, ss, set, semus, setis, sent. And for possum, again, the infinitive is posse, also the second principal part, and you just add your endings as so. Both sum and possum are not made passive in Latin. In Latin, the verb of a dependent clause will shift its translation or how it's used depending on the tense of the verb in the main clause. This is called sequence of tenses. We have used this before when we're dealing with indirect statements, and we'll use this again when dealing with purpose clauses. An interesting note, there are no future or future perfect tense in the subjunctive mood, so that won't be used at all. So in a purpose clause, the only tenses that can be used are the present and imperfect subjunctive. So anytime you have a purpose clause, those are the only subjunctive tenses that will be used. And so this is how you determine how to use the correct tense. If the verb in the main clause is either present or future, you will always use the present subjunctive in the purpose clause. If the verb in the main clause is a past tense, meaning imperfect, past perfect, or perfect, you will always use the imperfect subjunctive verb in the purpose clause.